Do you think the handsome driver heard all
Mr.
that?
Fordham, you're back. Allow me to introduce my wife, Miriam.
Hello.
A pleasure, Mrs. Harris. I wish we could have met under better circumstances, but I assure you I'm doing all I can to find your son.
Thank you, Mr. Fordham.
Mr. Harris, has there been any communication from the kidnapper?
None at all.
Well, I'll have another look around, if you don't mind.
Fascinating.
Miles, didn't you notice something a bit strange about the Harrises?
Quite a few things, actually. What are you referring to?
His son was just kidnapped, yet they're each on their own side of the sitting room. Not comforting each other, not crying together. Nothing.
They're stuck-up rich people. Not exactly the type to show
that is
emotion.
a bit odd, isn't it?
Miles, you know I'm the most cynical person there is when it comes to their type. But this isn't normal behavior, even for snobs. This goes deeper than saving face. There's something going on between them.
Yeah,
I think you should find out what.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could be going on here. Check out the crib.
That's odd. Why is there a loose button in the crib? Now, I'm no expert on children, but it seems like it would be dangerous to have around an infant. If only the flower shop burglar was as easy to find as this clue was.
What if there's not an infant?
Yeah, the kidnapper left the child's blanket behind. There doesn't appear to be any trace of the silver spoon, though. Nice mobile. Custom made, too. There'll be no mistaking what family this child comes from.
The chairs and... Well, no, I guess it's looking at this window.
Nice view of the garden from up here. Some sort of fuzzy animal wearing a waistcoat. Charming. Bear's picnic. Something about a group of giant human-like bears eating together in the woods is slightly unsettling.
Slightly, yeah.
My friend Bunny. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want a giant imaginary rabbit for a friend. Look at that. The kid has a toy chest. My sister and I used to have to keep our toys buried in the backyard. Of course, that is because the only toys we had were dead rats.
What the fuck, Bill? I didn't need to know that.
Steam-powered bottle warmer. Certainly beats having to do it in the fireplace. Or in the case of my parents, over a barrel fire.
What the fuck, Bill? I think that's all we have to look at here. Let's check the broken window again in the light of day.
Probably won't be... Be careful not to cut yourself. Look.
That would make it...
No, it looks rather flimsy.
Oh, yeah, nothing else here. Can we go to their bedroom? We can.
Fancy. Some poor servant's probably gonna get a flogging for leaving it in here, though.
Yeah, odd that that's...
Who in their right mind would need that many drawers?
Let's see what we have here. A very poorly written letter addressed to Mr. Harris.
I don't suppose it's a letter of admiration.
On the contrary, the author seems quite upset.
Is your weekly reminder of how much I hate you. Because of you, my wife is dead. My wife was a wonderful woman, and you have taken her from me. I hope you suffer as much as I have. Arthur Devens. Well.
Nothing else of...
Oh, well, at least we got to play a rousing game of Search the Rich People's Dresser.
Okay.
Wardrobes are usually always full of wonderfully dark secrets.
We're not going to look in those.
It looks like a pile of women's clothes. Must belong to Mrs. Harris.
There's a handwritten note among the clothes.
What are all these notes doing? Miriam, baby, I have to see you tonight. It's been far too long. Ew. Uh-oh.
One thing is for certain. Mr. Harris uses entirely too much starch on his shirts. Yeah, it seems like this is where Mrs. Harris keeps her unmentionables. I like the ones with the frills and the stitched cat.
Sounds exciting. Wish they showed us that.
Paperwork and receipts. Nothing particularly interesting here. More lacy underthings. I wonder which Harris they belong to. Mr. Harris's color selection is almost as drab as yours.
Let's see if there's anything of interest in any of the pockets.
So, Mr. Harris is a fan of the ponies, is he? I'm sure that's not causing him any trouble at all.
Obsessive. Okay. So, we might have another gay husband here, maybe? Or a cuck? Who knows?
Oh, another four-poster. The Harris family certainly makes no secret of their wealth. Painting of the city. Probably the only time the Harris family sees any of the other boroughs.
Huh. Well, certainly found some interesting things here. All right, Malcolm.
I have some questions for you, Mr. Harris.
Yes, of course.
Now that I've dug through all of your personal belongings.
Tell me about yourself.
There isn't much to tell, really. My life has been fairly well publicized in the newspapers.
Let's pretend for a moment that I skip over the society pages.
Well, I'm an investor. My father Clyde runs Harris Construction Company, which I will someday inherit. Any other details about me are fairly trivial nonsense, I think.
Tell me everything you can about the kidnapping.
I don't know much. I was out last night while it happened.
Where had you been previously?
I was out with friends. My wife can
Yeah, he
verify the
doesn't want
time
to
I
admit
arrived
where he
home.
was.
Wait a minute. I know this attitude all too well. This man is hiding something. Most likely from his
We need to
wife.
interview these two
I doubt his
separately.
voice is from beyond the grave, so the question is, what's his secret?
I found this bit of torn fabric by the broken window. Do you know anything about it?
Looks like it came from a piece of clothing. Possibly a jacket.
Do the initials SS mean anything to you?
Maybe? I can't really say. You'll have to excuse me, Mr. Fordham. I've got quite a lot on my mind right now. If I can think of anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
I found this button in your son's crib. Does it look familiar at all?
No, not at all. Do you think the kidnapper might have left it behind?
It's a distinct
What if
possibility.
the baby ripped it off his... Okay.
Tell me about your son.
Charles is a good boy. Very quiet. Miriam had wanted a child almost from the moment we married. You know how women are when they have their hearts set on something. I saw no need to rush, but
Nice to know you're not the only one. Hey, Miles.
the first 2 times Miriam was with child, she suffered some unfortunate accidents. She was devastated, as you can imagine.
Oh.
So when Charles finally came along, he turned out to be quite a blessing. I can't imagine what sort of depraved madman would take him from us like this. You must find him, Mr. Fordham.
I intend to, Mr. Harris. I found this letter in your bedroom. What can you tell me about it?
You went through our things.
Yeah, that's a
I'm a
reasonable
private
reaction.
investigator, Mr. Harris. It's part of my job.
Of all the...
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
insults.
entirely on
You're
Harris's
upset, I know,
side here.
but do you want me to find your son or don't you?
Yes, of course I do. That letter was sent to me by mistake. It was written to my father. Well, if you can even call that writing.
Have I ever mentioned how much I hate rich people? Because
No,
I really hate rich
Shut the
people.
fuck up, Bill.
Your
You're
father.
an asshole.
Doesn't he own the company building the new airship?
Yes, that's right. He's been receiving many letters just like that one since the Lygia disaster. But that Devons fellow in particular has sent one every week, along with a bag of chicken bones and dust.
Well,
How peculiar.
interesting.
Not only that, he leads a daily protest in front of the construction yard where the HMS Lenore is being built, trying to halt production. My God! How did I not see this before?
See what?
Devons! He has a grudge against this family because of what happened with the Lygia. I put
Yeah.
money on him being involved with the kidnapping somehow, as a form of retaliation.
I'll just have to speak with Mr. Devons and see
That
for
wouldn't
myself.
surprise me, but we'll see. Might not be that open and shut here.
How goes the construction of the new airship?
There have been some complications, but nothing we can't handle.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Well, I already told you about the trouble with protesters at the yard, and we're blocked pending Royal Maverick's review of the safety regulations for the prototype etheric diffusion engines. Agitators and red tape aside, we should still be on schedule to have the Lenore finished and in the air by the end of the year. But really, Mr. Fordham, what the deuce does this have to do with finding Charles?
He has a point, you know.
Well, it might have something to do with it.
Mr. Harris, what can you tell me about these?
What? How did you...
Listen, I'm trying to help you and your family. I can't do it if I don't get the entire truth.
Yeah.
Do you think we could discuss this somewhere
Yeah,
more
I mean, fair.
private?
I suppose we could.
Good. Let's move to the nursery then.
Yep. 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 So, she doesn't know.
Shall we
huh?
continue our conversation, Mr. Harris?
Yes, of course.
Now that your wife is out of earshot, tell me about the kidnapping and what these betting stubs have to do with it.
Right. As I said before, it had already happened when I got home. I had just come from spending the evening at the meadows.
I see. I take it your wife isn't impressed by your hobby?
I promised her weeks ago that I would stop going, but I've had such a good streak lately. The last thing I wanted was to upset her further, yet it would be foolish of me to just give up on something so promising.
What the fuck, man?
Can you think of anyone who might want to do you harm by taking your son?
Several, I'm afraid.
Go on.
I haven't exactly had the best of luck, Mr. Fordham. That's why this latest streak was so important to me. The truth is, I've gambled away most of my money. I've had to take out
What the
several loans
fuck,
so Miriam
dude?
doesn't get suspicious. If she ever found out, it would be over. I can't lose her, Mr. Fordham. I just can't.
Where have I heard this before? You know, things would be so much easier if people just talked to each other.
I've tried doing business above board, but lately I've had to seek other
What
resources.
the fuck?
What do you
man?
mean?
I was forced to visit a lending office. The owner was a rather shady Sambo, but I figured he'd be easier to deal with than the usual sheenies that run
Oh,
those type of places.
God.
Can
I
you
can't even
believe this
say
guy?
these things.
Maybe we should just leave the kid be.
I can't even repeat
He'd
what
probably
he's saying.
be better raised by
Jesus
wolves.
Christ.
Who was the owner?
Mr. LeFay. I didn't bother to get his first name. His business is an abattoir row in Chumley. Horrid place. But I was desperate.
You think this Mr. LeFay may have taken your son as collateral?
Let's just say there isn't much those type of people wouldn't do to put a
seems
crown in their pocket.
Plausible. Yeah, this is going to be an ugly,
Those are all the
ugly little
questions I
mixed
have
up
for
case,
now.
isn't it?
All right. If you don't mind, Mr. Fordham, I'm going back to the living room. I don't want Miriam getting suspicious.
God. Well, Miriam has her own secrets, I suspect, so let's go ahead and talk to the
I have some questions for you if you're up to answering them, Mrs. Harris.
rich mama.
I'll try my best, Mr. Fordham.
Oh, all right. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me a bit about yourself, Mrs. Harris.
Mr. Fordham, my son has been kidnapped and is out there alone, terrified and confused.
Yes, we
What
we
can I
know
possibly
that.
tell you that would make any difference to you finding him?
I suppose you're right, Mrs. Harris. My apologies if I upset you.
Okay, lady.
Tell me about your son.
Charles is our only child. He's such a good boy. Never makes a fuss. Always very sweet. Oh, Charles, you must be so frightened out there without your mother. Oh, please, Mr. Fordham. You have to bring him home.
Please let us ask if we.
I'll
if
do
we're
my
certain
best.
that He's hers.
Tell me what you know about your son's kidnapping.
Oh, my poor baby. Oh.
Mrs. Harris, I know this is difficult, but I need as much information as you can give me so I can bring your son back.
Yes, you're right. I have to stay strong. For Charles, it happened sometime between 6 and 8 last night. I think both my husband and I had gone out. Charles was in the care of his nanny, Mrs. Davis. I arrived home first, around 8:30, and that's when I found this scene in the nursery, as it was.
And what was it you found?
Mrs. Davis, unconscious in her chair, the broken window, and Charles
Mrs.
missing
Davis?
from his crib. Malcolm arrived home shortly afterwards, around 9, and then immediately sent our butler, Mr. Havelock, to notify the police. We stayed up waiting for any contact from the kidnappers, but there was
Mrs.
nothing.
Davis and
Your
the
husband
butler.
mentioned he was out with friends last night. Where were you?
Talked about.
Oh, I was visiting with some of my friends. We gathered at one of their homes for a
Friends.
concert.
They both have friends.
It seems
is what I'm
hiding
talking
something
about.
from your spouse is an activity both Harrises partake in.
Oh God.
What can you tell me about Mrs. Davis?
She's worked for us since Charles was born, a little over 6 months ago.
How did you come to employ her?
Timing.
Malcolm's mother had a friend whose daughter she used to care for. She came highly
okay.
recommended. We've never had any problems with her. She's always been a dream.
Where is she now?
In her room, I would guess. With Charles missing, there's little for her to do.
Where might I find her room?
There's a small building just around the back of the manor. Hers is the 4th door from the left.
All right, we'll go talk to that lady.
Can you think of any reason why your son would be a target for kidnapping?
It could be that someone wants our money, or some lunatic who's angry
The latter
about
one
the new
seems
airship.
plausible.
My husband's an investor, and my father-in-law owns the company building it, you see. I just don't know, Mr. Fordham. Frankly, the fact that something like this could even happen is just terrifying.
I found this bit of torn fabric by the broken window. Do you know anything about it?
No, I've never seen it before. Do you think it was left by the kidnapper?
Perhaps. Did the initials SS mean anything to you?
No, I can't think of anyone or anything I know with those initials.
I found this button in your son's crib. Does it look familiar at all?
No, I don't recognize it. It looks like it came from some cheap coat. Is that what the ruffian who took my baby was wearing?
That's what I'm trying to determine.
Probably.
I found this note in your bedroom. What can you tell me about it?
I've never seen that note before in my life.
Are you absolutely sure?
Mr. Fordham, you mentioned you valued discretion. I ask you to please exercise some now.
Would it be possible to speak about this in private? In another room, perhaps?
Out of the question, Mr. Fordham. I shall not leave this sitting room in the company of another man if my husband is not present.
Yes, I understand. Let's put the subject on hold for now.
What a life these rich people lead. All the money in the world and they're trapped like rats.
So
That's
she's
all
having
for
an
now,
affair.
Mrs. Harris.
So this may not even be Malcolm's baby. And she won't talk to us about it. Alright, well... Okay.